idea.
week.
Not
Next
the
week.
worst idea.
Got yours.
Oh, I thought I needed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did because I don't, it's usually in the way. Yeah. I like it all the way at the bottom is how I like it. Because there's usually covering up something. Perfect. Perfect. All right. No way. We just need to order one with a permanent triangle on it.
Telling you.
You have to keep redrawing it.
Good song.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Happy Tuesday.
Teacher
Okay.
voice.
All right, all eyes on me. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I can't remember. I'm out of my flow. There used to be a bunch of cute little sayings like that you could get the class attention. Haven't taught third grade for about 8 years, so I'm a little rusty, so forgive me, but it looks like we got your attention. It worked. What do you guys think of the biscuits and gravy? It's all right? Okay, it's all right. Okay, don't do that. But thank you, Lisa and Kaufelt, for providing breakfast for us this morning. We always love that. And by the way, if anybody does have recommendations, I'm always looking for, if there's something you really like or a restaurant you like to order from, let's, within reason, let me know. You like that one? That was a good one? Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with the good stuff. Let's start with the good stuff. Tell me something good as you're chewing your biscuits and gravy. What's something good going on in your world that you can report? Fill our buckets here. Yes. Trip to where?
Italy.
Italy.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Very good. Well, when is that? Of April.
Yeah.
That's coming up. Very good. Yes. Very good. Very good.
Right.
Very good. What else? I love that, Lisa. Love that for you. Can't wait to see pictures. Yes.
I've got KW meetings in Wichita in April.
About the same.
I know.
Wichita,
Yeah.
Italy.
Top that.
Top that. That should be pretty easy. Yes.
I had the opportunity last week to attend the Missouri Realtor Business Conference
Okay.
in Springfield. I was given a scholarship for that through the organization. If you don't know what that is, it's the Missouri branch of NAR. But I learned a lot about kind of the programs that they offer for agents, and they have a really cool leadership academy. It
Cool.
seems like a good opportunity. They accept 12 agents a year to do that. They do like 5 retreats and do a big project. One of those projects is realtor license plates you can get. That was done by a class like 6 or 7 years ago. But it seems like a cool opportunity, and they need people to apply when applications open in March.
Okay.
How cool.
Very good.
Thank you.
That is pretty cool. This one's open right here, Joanna.
Spit zone.
All right. What else we got? What else is going good? Am I getting anything under contract? You got something under contract? What'd you get?
Yeah, we did actually.
Oh, a little co-op deal here.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, it's a conference.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. That's great. What else? Think hard, guys. I know we work so much and we've slept since,
We in a food coma?
we might be. Yes, Rusty.
We are hard for our virtual assistant companies, for any of our employees that are excited about that. I've never been on there.
Okay.
Wow.
good.
That's awesome.
Very good. That would be fun. Be fun. Jake.
Yeah, I had a good one. It was last week. It was in the snow. I was running an appointment. I was done about 3 o'clock. It was like 34. So it just kind of had warmed up. And I was sitting there, I was like, man, I've got a whole bunch of work left to do. So I put all that to the side and I went home and took my kids sledding because I could do that. And then I worked on my work later. And normal 9-to-5 job doesn't get that ability. So I was very happy and blessed that we have that ability to kind of at 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it's all
That's a good one,
about.
Jake.
It's good. That's great. That's great. Yes, Carrie.
You guys know I've been trying to deal with my mom's estate and everything. We sold the first house, so the one that was in probate, we have that, and we'll be closing, and we're closed on it. So the probate will be closed in about 6 weeks. And we can see some movement on getting the other one cleaned out. We're 7 dumpsters in.
Oh my gosh.
Don't even ask how many hours, but we're probably about 45% done cleaning out the house. So we're excited, mainly because we got the other household.
Well, that's good.
great.
I'm just still like, oh, 45% done with 7 dumpsters. Your mama was a collector of all things.
She was for the generation that didn't throw things away.
Yeah.
Had the windows replaced, but put the old icky ones in the garage just in case.
Just in case.
A barn, and when the 35 acres with a barn that's built out, 8 stall barn, that was the whole deal. She had got my grandma's stuff, we got my great grandma's stuff, and it just had all migrated. They were there for 37 years,
Yeah.
so.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad you,
About 45% get close.
all right.
Part of it so fast, we got really back.
Good deal.
But the other house.
I'm excited for you. You guys have been working on that for a little bit. A lot. All right. Anything else? Last chance. Apparently I'm moving on. All right. I'll make room for one more. Yes.
So we had a house that was in Olathe that was supposed to go live on Thursday. We got an offer on Wednesday, the day before. We had it ready to go, staged and everything, and we got 10,000 over, and the seller wanted to take it, and we didn't go. We just went
Okay.
steady.
I love that. Good job. Good job. Fantastic.
No, that's not on there.
No, that was, yeah. Okay. Congrats. That's exciting.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, please.
Is Trisha here today?
Yep.
Trisha. So this will happen to you occasionally on the listing side. You have a house maybe getting ready to go on the market, maybe in pre-MLS, whatever the case is. Have any of you guys had offers come in before it even gets started? Okay. Just be a little wary of those. We were looking at one. I don't know if that ever materialized or whatever, but I made me think it's happened to me a lot. We'll have something going in the pre-MLS. Here comes an email, and it's usually an investor, and they're like, "Hey, we have interest in your property, or what's your email? We want to send you an offer." A red flag right there. Okay. So just know that will happen. Obviously we have to present any and all offers, but in many cases, these are out of area investors. They're looking for either to pay cash and lowball the heck out of the house. If you got a $300,000 house, are you looking to sell it for 200 before it hits the market?
Nope.
Not often. Okay. So they're just looking for this extreme distress in many cases. And there may be the exceptions. I don't want to paint them all with the same brush, but every time I get one of these calls myself, they almost always look alike. The other option is, we will give you a great price, and it's not great, but it's something you might consider. And the but is they need you to carry back a mortgage of large size. Has anybody had any of those?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan. Anything to add to that?
We just got one on the property that.
Oh.
585 listing price on that, and we got a full price offer in an email, and they wanted to do a 7-month balloon. At that very minimal down, 7 months, have us finance it 7 years, 84 months is what they wanted to go, and then they would pay it off in 84 months.
Wow.
And there's just not enough to take that kind of risk, or they would give us a cash option. At $385,000.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
That instruction.
Yeah.
Question I have, do we present emails or do we present offers?
Well, Darren, I mean, to me, we present all offers, but a lot of times what I'll respond is, "Hey, my seller and I have had a discussion, and all offers will be in writing for them to consider," versus just verbal. If they do a verbal offer or a letter of intent, that's my favorite. Letter of intent is a waste of time for all. It's a feeling out process used in the commercial world a lot. So again, another red flag, red flag, red flag. If you get any of those, just proceed with caution. Darren, any thoughts on that?
As far as an email offer, I mean, the law says we will present all offers, and I think it even says no matter how poorly written or something to that effect. You call your seller, but, you know, hey, this is just verbal, they've obviously not seen your house. And a big percentage of the time, they either do inspections and want you to come down another 30,000, or they just back out.
Yeah.
When they see it.
Guys, so just be careful. And what happens is, you know, you're getting ready to launch the listing. Here comes this offer. And, you know, you think it's going to occupy a lot of your time and headspace. And in fact, it's probably all but a waste of time. So just keep that in mind, right?
So I have a script when these, and everybody will get these offers at one point or another. You'll get this offer, you'll have to present it to your seller. It will be half, you know, embarrassing to call them and say, look, by law, I am obligated to give you this offer. This is a joke, by the way, that I'm going to present to you. That they say yes, and you let them know. If they laugh at it, that's what we thought, but I had to present that to you. Do you want to take that offer? No, I don't want to take that offer.
Yeah. And what's great is if you could refer back to your listing presentation when you go, hey, remember I said we might get something kind of kooky? Got one, got two, whatever. With your permission, I'm assuming you don't want to sell it 200,000 under list. No, I don't. And or you could say, you might be at least telling the people if they want to put it in writing and formalize it, we'll be happy to look at it. You know, there's a couple different ways, but being able to refer back to a conversation you had at the time of listing is always of value. Oh,
I think we accepted one a few years ago from, I think it was Main Street Renewal, and I discovered quickly they don't have a local agent. So when they want to come do inspections and do other stuff, you got to go on in. And he says how it was at that time. So that was, and it didn't work out because they wanted.
Yeah. And they're a legit buyer. They pay cash. They actually have closed deals in Kansas City. Yeah, they lowball and then they try to renegotiate often during inspection and things. But my point is there's so many wacky, flaky companies out there. Just know that these things, our industry is full of that right now. So if you get something on, and we'll talk later. Do you have anything to add on that? Go ahead.
They're like, oh, we had no idea there was an HOA. So
Big
they didn't
HOA.
even know the property. I'm like, well, there's a big one.
Yeah.
So
So they didn't take the time to even know that it's in a, with what, $1,500 a month HOA in there. Yeah, but it's a great place. Okay. The houses are fine in there. They didn't even do that yet. You had to stop, look at all this, share it with me. We were getting ready to have a powwow to see what the heck it was. That's the kind of stuff that's out there. So anyway, moving on.
All right.
Sorry.
Cool. No. that's
Hijacked
good.
here.
That's okay. That's good. All right, let's hear from our preferred vendors. So let's start with our breakfast provider, Lisa Hutchings. From
Yay. Applause should be louder when there's food.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Just a couple things. First of all, to play off of Lonnie's a little bit there, sometimes you will find that people can get a hold of these properties and send offers because of obituaries.
Mhm.
That's where we find a lot of fraudulent things happening, is people discover, deceased parties, and then they kind of finagle their way through that. Anyway, okay, couple things. Monday, the 16th is President's Day. So of course we're closed, as most financial institutions are, etc. But kind of a little bit of one that we don't always remember is Thursday, the 12th is Lincoln's birthday. Cats, Bates, Play are closed. So keep those in mind. I know that that's coming up pretty quick, so we've kind of got a handle on all of those. So but I want to point that out. The only other thing is, I guess two things. Please take a look at your closing statements. When those are sent out to you, please take the time to actually look at them. You're obviously, if you're on buyer side, you're not going to necessarily know any lender fees, those types of things, but look at the things that you do know. Your sales price, the earnest money, the seller paid costs, the things that you do know, please take a look at those and make sure those are on there. If you have a home warranty, that doesn't show on buyer side, but you can ask us, can you confirm that that is on the seller side? Commissions, can you confirm those out? We can't give you the seller's or closing statement, but we can confirm with you on what it's showing on there. So please take the time to make sure that you look at those. If you have a TC, that's great. That's fantastic. Usually they have a little bit more time and can look at that, but it ultimately,
falls in your lap. You are the real estate agent. So please just take that moment to do that. The other thing, you're going to hear this just like you've heard wire fraud. FinCEN. FinCEN is coming up March 1st. So everyone needs to be aware. If you have investors, go ahead and get in front of them, take them to lunch, have coffee with them, whatever the situation is. You're going to bring great value to them. They're going to realize that you know what the heck you're talking about in regards to FinCEN, not maybe every detail, but the fact that it is coming up, you need to be aware of it, type of thing. Thanks, guys. Oh, yes. March 1st. Yeah, so it's coming right up.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Likely, we're in February. Oh, yeah. Clap for Lisa. That's promotion. We're in early February, so if a cash deal, for example, with an LLC is in your world, whether you're writing one or possibly looking at one on your listing, this is likely, where'd Lisa go? This is likely applicable. Oh, there you are. Hey, right? We're there. We're there for all practical purposes. And if you're sitting there going, I can't quite remember what FinCEN is, that's okay. Just kind of do a little refresh on it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Todd Branson with Fairway Mortgage, come on up.
So last Tuesday, I came up here and I was a little bit hot, okay? Because I was in a text exchange with my borrower that was supposed to close Thursday, and he refused to get me the things that I needed. So I came up here and I said, we talked about large deposits and quitting jobs and things like that because it was really irritating me. So Stacy Keith, thank you. She got me a no button. So, okay. So back on that, that was a Tuesday at 10 o'clock. So I left the meeting and I had to have that difficult conversation with that borrower. And, he had that know-it-all persona. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody who's apparently knows the real estate business better than the realtor and the mortgage business better than the mortgage guy. And Tricia Henson, you navigated this guy the entire 30 days of this transaction, plus months before you ever got him under contract. This guy was extremely difficult to work with. Okay. So she handled him amazingly. I probably didn't, but because we had this pretty rough. So anyway, I left here, I go back and he wants to text me. He doesn't want to take my call. So he bitch buttoned me immediately when I called him. We all know what that means. He doesn't
Discuss word.
Yeah. Sorry. So anyway, immediately though, I called back and he picked up. And so in my conversation, having done this for several decades now, I would let him know that he's extremely difficult borrower and that his personality makes everybody adjust around him. We walk on eggshells around him because he's just that guy. And you just want to stop, So he starts telling me about his net worth. He starts telling me about all of his assets and things like that. And I'm like, well, quite candidly, I don't care about any of that because you are, you're getting this home loan. And I just closed a loan for, this multi-million-dollar build job in Lock Lloyd. And guess what they did? They got me every document I asked for within minutes. I said, you're no different. That's if I was doing this loan or my kids were doing this loan, guess what? They would get me the exact same documents. So the longer you take to get it, the more jeopardy we put Thursday's closing at risk. And then he shut up. And once I talked to him and told him he was difficult and that you make everything more difficult by being difficult, he changed his whole personality. And then at the end of the conversation, he said, well, just for the record, I am not difficult to work with. And I said, you actually are, but understand that, the professionals that you have that are helping you are here to help you. I rarely am going to ask for a document that I don't need. And so I pushed back my underwriters and said, hey, this guy's trouble. I want to get the minimum amount of documents from this guy. And what happened, candidly was he got me a document and that opened up more documents. And that's where the $19,000 deposit came from with no explanation. And guess what? There's an explanation, but he didn't want to get it. So we spent the next 3 or 4 hours getting it done and he got it to me and he had changed his whole personality when I told him he was difficult. I don't know how many people don't tell him, people just must not tell him that. They just are scared of him. Anyway, he got it back to me and we were clear to close the next morning and close Thursday. And without Tricia, this deal doesn't close. Candidly, it was a big win. Big 35,000 house in Lee Summit. Congrats.
Good job.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. No. I love it. All right. Well, good story there. Appreciate the hard work and getting it done. Teamwork. That's really good. Okay, let's do Apex Underground with Rustalin and Raylan.
Yay. Are you both going to the Philippines?
She is not.
Okay.
She's got to stay back.
Okay,
the
there you go.
business.
I like it, I
Yeah.
like it.
We are both going to Atlanta.
Oh,
Our
good.
VAs will take care of things, hopefully. And Jay. This is the time of year, like we're supposed to maybe get a big snowstorm next week with like 2.5 feet of snow. But so remember, if you get a house under a contract and you need to do an inspection for septic, that gets a little tricky because you can't see whether or not the laterals are filling because the sludge or no water is really surfacing at that point, maybe not. So just be aware of that. So the minute you get it under contract, get it in as soon as possible, and you may have to just extend, to be able to get a real true read out of that scenario. So just friendly reminders. Any questions? Great. Stay
Good
safe.
point. Is there really snow coming next week? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you, ladies. I see Buffy with
Buffy.
roofing and solar. Buffy always brings us treats back there, and we appreciate that. Thank you. I see Brett's. Yeah. I don't know what we have this week, but it looks fine. Yeah. Thank you. I know. Isn't that cute?
Okay, so this week we have warm weather and my guys are actually on roofs this week. So if you guys have an inspection to do, please let me know. I know I've got a few that have reached out this week, and I know we have some Wednesday and Thursday this week for you. Our inspection times right now are running around 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. just because of daylight hours and frost on roofs. So that's kind of all I've got this week. Hopefully the snow stays away because we can't do what we need to do and help you guys at that point. Oh, I did meet with an insurance agent yesterday that had no idea his exhaust fan in his bathroom went out. He thought he was going to replace it himself over the weekend. And he realized what I was talking about, ice balls in his attic, because his was just venting to his attic. It had no true exhaust out of his roof line. And he's like, I got up there and seen, oh my gosh, it's going into my ceiling. And then I have all these little ice. And he goes, now it was starting to drip because it's starting to get warmer. And he goes, now I know what you're talking about. So just another thing that, yeah, we're seeing.
See it all the time. Yep.
Good.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
that.
Buffy.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Ryan Coover, come on up with Movie Co. Give it up for Ryan.
Ryan.
You may watch his video yesterday. Yeah. That was really good, Ryan.
That's what I was gonna hit on.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. You guys are doing your video social media challenge. How many people participating?
You're doing the Scene in 7 video challenge.
Couple?
Not enough.
Okay. Well, if even if you're not participating, if you see something on social media and you're wondering how to do it, you can just send it to me, my personal or my business account, and I'm happy to try to help you how to navigate or do that video idea. And similar to what I did on that video, I'll just probably do a screen recording on here's how you do it. So I'm here for questions, tips, anything, just let me know.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that much.
And Ryan has agreed to do a lunch and learn with us next month, March 24th. So that's still a ways away, but he's going to teach us all about video editing, like in person, where we can see it, like basic video editing. And so some of y'all are really great at it, but I think most of us could use a little direction there. So we're grateful to have Ryan helping us out with that. All right, I don't see any other vendors. So I think we'll move on. We appreciate them all. All right, this week, by the way, I don't know if anybody's seen the whole February calendar. It's pretty full. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Please come, please engage, jump in, because a lot of the questions y'all ask Lonnie and Darren and myself and others around could be possibly covered in one of those classes. So make sure you're utilizing that. We appreciate Tim starting to launch your career class on mindset yesterday. And that was a great class, a great turnout.
It was, yeah, it's great content.
Great. And we'll do it again next Monday on habits, great habits of a great agent. So also a lunch and learn, which by the way, we need to get an RSVP out there. Todd's doing a lunch and learn next Tuesday on AI, right? Okay.
Entry-level AI.
Entry-level AI. Okay, well, don't say it. I don't know that that's better. So if that feels like it applies, that class is for you. We will put out an RSVP on Facebook. Be looking for that because Todd kind of needs to know how much lunch to bring. So that's what's coming up. I think I've got the rest of this on slides here, but let's first hear from our ALC, Care and Culture Committee, Rustalyn. I don't know if Stephanie's coming or not, but Rusty's definitely here. You have something you want to bring to us.
Stephanie is, I think, taking her dad to a doctor's appointment. Carrie.
Oh, there we go.
Back up. You guys will see these all around. Some of you know what HPIC is, our South End, and also our Southland Emergency Fund. Carrie's going to tell you some quick little blurb of what HPIC is.
Okay. HPIC, for you newer agents or some of you that may have forgotten, Heartland Partners in Caring. It is a donation-based
501c3. 501c3.
Yeah.
So if you have a closing, you can donate money towards it. We help agents that have run into a financial need, whether that's like weather related. We've had fires, tornadoes, floods, medical stuff. Once we find out that somebody has a need, we submit a HUG that gets voted on with our board through HPIC organization, and then we can get you $500 or $1,000 to help cover immediate expenses when something does come up. We do need donations for that because it is donation based. So if you are open to it, you can do it like per month. You can do it for closing. It can just be automatically taken. We've got a form that Caesar has that you can do it to make it automated because it's not through KW, like the whole organization. It's just our 12 regions within the Kansas City area. So they can't put it through the commission tab. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise,
So we're gonna pass this around. This is what's gonna equal your reoccurring donation. So I'm just gonna put mine as like every closing, whatever my dollar amount donation is going to be. So this is gonna what will help Caesar track this for you guys. Because before we used to have a tab that we would go in on our green sheets, I think, and click that each time we submit it. I don't think that's an option now. So now we're gonna do it this route. So I'm gonna send this around. You're gonna put your lovely name on there if you would, and what you would like to do. And then on the table, what we're gonna start off with, just to kind of get our office up to par for our Southland agents, it'll be a 50-50 raffle. You're going to let us know how many tickets you want, and then we're going to put an envelope in your mailbox with your tickets, and we're gonna do a drawing at the end. Because everybody here knows what a 50-50 raffle is, right? You guys understand exactly what we're doing. This one is for our Southland agents specifically, okay? 50-50 raffle. This is for HPIC. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. That's awesome.
be excited.
Yeah.
Hey!
Did you need some raffle tickets? Did you need some raffle tickets?
I'll definitely take raffle.
How do they pay for raffle tickets?
Big question. I'm gonna put my Venmo on there on the page, so Stephanie doesn't have to deal with that. And then you can just put your name and like how many tickets you want, and then you can shoot that over via Venmo. Make sure you put your name on that as well, okay?
Okay.
Thanks,
That's all month long. I look forward to seeing who the big winner will be. And it'll be a win-win because HBIC will also win. So, Carrie, just curious, do you have like a rough estimate? I'm hitting you out of the blue with this, but how much we gave out to our office last year in hugs from HPIC?
I do not know that off the top of my head.
But we had some.
Had several.
All right, guys.
Couple
So
$1,000.
We had a few thousand. Hey,
$4,000 or $5,000.
okay. So about $4,000 or $5,000 came from HPIC to our agents. We don't make a big fanfare about it usually. It's usually something kind of private. Usually it's because one of our agents is in kind of a tight spot or it has a need. It's not just because, hey, I need extra money. It's like, hey, I have a need. HPIC gets involved, and we probably gave out $4,000 or $5,000 to our agents last year. Yes.
They gave us $1,000 and we gave it to our son, Richard, which had a open heart surgery at Mayo Clinic and had an aorta replacement. And I thought that was amazing that they gave us money to give to him because I had a lot of expenses.
Yep.
So that was cool.
Absolutely. Ryan.
So sweet, they had a need. Bad things are happening out there, and it sucks, right? It really does, but we are Southland, we believe in that, so this is why we do this to pull together, because God forbid something happens tomorrow. But if it does, you can guarantee the Southland's gonna be behind you on this, and so that's why we do this. So, I hate to put it so blunt, but you know, every day we walk out there and make it happen, so.
Absolutely.
Be grateful and thankful, and should anything happen, we're gonna be there for that.
Yep. That's true. So just consider giving. It stays right here in our Kansas City area. It's not just our office that gives to it. It is other offices too here in the Kansas City region. I think there's some in Iowa and I don't know. There's some Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas. So we are all funding that. And this is kind of cool, unique. It's connected with KW because we're all KW, but it's not run through Keller Williams International. It's
acknowledge what we're doing in our little group, and they are trying to build it into something that could be KW-wide.
nice.
So they're getting input from us on how they would go about doing that.
Okay, so we're kind of the prototype for the rest of the company and the other regions. So very cool. Yep.
Your payment, or you can have pulled out your off. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million ways you can do it, and we'll get that clarity for you all, but if you do end up knowing it, not put 50/50 raffle on there. Apparently that's seen as gambling, and I don't need to get in trouble with everyone. So, something.
Gotcha. KW. Okay. Gotcha. Yes. Let's not get Rusty thrown in jail. Let's not do that again. That's funny. All right. Well, appreciate the culture committee and appreciate Carrie for your work with HPIC. And, you know, God forbid, we hope it's never you, but if it is, then we're grateful that's there. And so this is where, you know, we'd like to make a big donation this year to HPIC. All right. Tomorrow, this is for all of you who are newer agents, newer to our market center, newer to our company. We will have an introduction to Command. And if you've, I know everybody's heard that word before. If you haven't, then you need to be here. If you don't know what Command is our command center for all the things that we do. And so it is good that you know a little something about it. If you could use a refresher, maybe you've been here 10 years and you could use it. Well, Command's not even that old. But if you could use a refresher, what does Command actually do? What all's in there? Because there's a lot in there. Stephanie will be given an overview and an intro. She's not going to do a deep dive into it necessarily, but she'll be able to answer basic questions and show you basic things. And because, you know, especially if you're newer, it feels like drinking from a fire hose. And if you ever feel like you're drowning, great. I mean, you're right where you're supposed to be. And so I'll just tell you, that's how it feels. And so if you feel that way, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're in the right spot. And just keep swimming and we'll swim with you. This is one of the ways we'll do it. Get into that command class and learn what it has for you. We also have this. So it is a renewal year. If you haven't, this is going to sell out, guys. There's only, because the state of Missouri or NAR or whoever's doing it, I forget who regulates these things, these CE classes, they have specific rules. You have to be in a chair. You have to be at a desk. You have to be in the room. You cannot leave the room. You cannot get up and take a phone call to, you know, during a CE class. Like there's specific rules, and if you do that, you don't get to come back or you don't get the credit. It's kind of a big deal. If you were taking this class at KCRAR, they shut the door. And if you leave, they don't let you back in. So all that to say, don't blow this off. CE classes are important. We're bringing this one. Patrick McDowell will be here. This is for the fair housing. This is the Missouri Core. So it counts as a Missouri Core or a Kansas elective, or both. It counts for all of that. And it checks the box for your NAR fair housing cycle every, 3 years. We have to do that. So this one's $25 and it's right here. Yes.
If you like double dipping with your classes and you are renewing like mine, Kansas is March first, I called, Kansas Real Estate, find out if you renew, or if I renew my March first deadline tomorrow, anytime before that class.
That goes on the next cycle. Next cycle.
That cutoff date, so March, April, if you wanna double dip.
And just to clarify, everybody in Kansas is staggered. We don't all have the same date in Kansas. But it's true. If you renew, then this one goes on your next cycle
It's
for
not-
Kansas.
Then that payment for renewal.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. The complicated, okay, say yes and we'll figure it out. So that one's coming up. We have another one, a free one coming up in March. We're trying to get a CE class here from, if you track with us, you should get all your stuff covered right here. So that next one's coming up in March. All right, Tim, you want to say anything about this or just?
Yeah, I didn't know that you did it until yesterday, but Brandy picked up some copies of the rookie real estate agent book. So if you want a copy of it, we have them right here in the office for $21. You don't have to wait the
Yep.
19 weeks for it to come in.
That's
and you
right.
order it from Keller Inc. You can have it right away. So if you're a part of that workshop already, I recommend grabbing it and just getting through the reading material also. It's different than your workbook. It's an actual guide, kind of like the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is. So anyway, we have those here. If you want them, they're $21.
Yep,
Which is
absolutely.
just through a cost.
Right, that's just what it cost us.
Yep.
So absolutely, if you want those, come see me. They live in my office. I'm happy to give you one, put it on your office bill.
And if you missed the first one, jump in on the second one.
Yep.
You don't have to have all of them. You can jump in. Every single block is standalone. So if you can only make it to one or two, I encourage you to come and grab what you can. It's really awesome material.
Yep. And you don't have to be new.
You definitely don't.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take this rookie word.
I know.
Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. If mindset's important to a real estate business, habits, financials, lead gen, and role play, then you might want to consider reading the book at least.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Well,
I'm on page 117, by the way. I had to look last night. I'm like, how far did I?
And on the workbook, I see this little circly thing. This one says launch a limitless career that lasts. On the workbook, it says how to net 100,000 in your first year of real estate. So if you didn't net 100,000 in your first year or even last year that you were in it, then this is a great class. If you're not at that 100,000 mark, this might be a class you jump into. And so no shame, by the way, we had newer agents here and we had very experienced agents here yesterday. So don't feel like, oh, what will they think if I'm in that class? No shame, please. More the merrier. All right. Jake, come on up. Tell us about.
Come on up, Jake.
Right, Jay.
Tell us about this class that us old people can't come to.
Right.
So, trivia night should be a lot of fun. I'm not hosting it. My wife used to do activities, so she's running it. She's much better than I am. But if you're under 35 or 35 or under, I think it's what the cutoff is. Come, should be fun. Bring $10. We're going to put it in a pot and give away prizes. Should be pizza. Should be a lot of fun. Bring a friend. But
There you go.
Yeah.
Jake.
I cannot come. I mean,
well, I was thinking about that. Maybe we should have like an old versus young event.
well, apparently we've
Smarter group. It's just every event that we do is old people group. Five of us here.
apparently you've touched a nerve here, Jake.
No, yeah, he will do that. No.
Wait, so it'll be
That's funny. All right. Well, hey, who knows? Maybe there's an old professionals group coming. I don't know. There we go.
Right. Yeah.
The cool professionals group. All right. Well, we appreciate Jake bringing leadership to this because, guys, actually about 20% of our office is our roster. About 20% of our roster is under the age of 35 and under. So, and we're growing in that department. So let's get them all together and have a lot of fun because I don't know how to do that, I guess, apparently. Shots fired, Jake.
I gotta take one.
Exactly. Eat it up while you can. Bingo and at the Elks Club. Okay. All right. Cool thing. This is the first career night we're hosting. If you know somebody that has been asking you about real estate or in the past has said, hey, I might be interested in learning more about what a career in real estate might look like, invite them to career night. It's coming up here soon. It's not this week, it's next week on a Thursday night. It'll be at 6 o'clock. These flyers are on Facebook. Find it there, share it with them. And then I invite you to come with them to hang out for career night. I try to keep it 1 hour. I usually serve some light refreshments and we talk about what does it look like to get your real estate license and become a realtor. It's a great way for you I want you to come with them if possible so that you can, first of all, they're more likely to come if you come. And when they do, go ahead and complete that process, get their license, join our company. We'll put them in your downline as far as if for profit share goes. And so it's a great way to grow your passive income through profit share, but also just to help us grow our company and to help somebody out. Because there's a lot of people out there going, I've thought about real estate, but I don't know much about it. This also applies to somebody that's already licensed, maybe with a different brokerage and they're not loving it where they're at. They can also come to this and learn more about our company. So any questions? Yep.
That's kind of a first jump. Get people in that are thinking about it. Very light entryway.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think we can have all the entryways into the office. There's people out there that need us, so help us find them.
Also think about dual career people. We have a lot of, are any of our dual careers here right now? Julie, yes, you definitely dual career. But at the end of the day, we have dual career people some of them are making more money part-time in real estate, working 10, 15 hours a week than they are in their career path. Okay. But they don't want to give up that job. They like maybe the benefits or they just love their job. There's nothing wrong with that. But real estate is really providing a unique opportunity for them. So, do think about those kind of people as well. They've been curious about it. Many of you guys started dual career and then evolved into full-time.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. So that'll be coming up. That'll help spread the word. We are running out of time on this one, Lonnie. I'm gonna pass it. We might circle back. Probably not though. Our broker, Darren, let's give it up for Darren.
Couldn't we just skip Darren?
I'm not skipping Darren. No. We love Darren. Darren keeps us out of trouble.
Well, I try.
Saved my life this weekend.
I did. That was not really a broker issue, but more of a
Personal.
geographical issue. Anyway, he locked himself out of the office. He brought it up.
I did.
I live close. He came and got my key and finished his weekend. So I really didn't have anything to talk about until this morning, and I let her know late that I needed a minute. So I'm gonna keep this to a minute, I hope. If you look at your license, your name's on it, not your TC, not mine. I mean, I'll get in trouble with you if you guys screw up. Trust me. But you need to know what your TC is doing. You need to know what these contracts say. Worse than an audit, which we're overdue for, is a lawsuit. And those are not fun, correct?
Correct.
I was in a huge one years and years and years ago. Didn't do anything wrong, just happened to be the agent. And I learned a lot sitting through with attorneys. And I mean, she sued, which if a buyer sues, they're going to sue you. They're going to sue this office. They're looking for money no matter where they can get it. They're going to sue the lender. They're going to sue the home inspector. They're going to sue anybody and everybody. So pay attention to what your TC is doing. Their name's not on your license. Hannah would agree. So just, I mean, we all need to kind of slow down, read the changes, read the contracts once in a while. Our clients count on us to know what we're doing. Many of our clients will just start signing those pages without reading it because they trust you to know that you know what the contract says and what you're telling them. So anyway, that was 2 minutes.
Thanks, Darren.
You're allowed. Thank you, Darren. All right, I'm gonna keep my part short and sweet here, but I wanted to, are you gonna talk about this? If so, I'll leave it to you.
I'll piggyback on top of what you're.
Okay, well, just because it'll lead right into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you who went to James Shaw, you'll have heard this one, but if you didn't, this will be new for you. And Laura actually is a part of James's group, and so she gets access to things. And I don't know, it's kind of a secret society. They can't share what's in the group, but she would tell me about this activity tracker, and I actually created it for our coaching program. And then James actually put a picture up on the screen, and I knew it was kind of like sacred, so I snapped a picture of it. And
Way to go, Brenda.
right. I was like, "Oh, there it is. I'm taking a picture," and brought it back. And I combined. We made it ours. And so I have to show you. This is really a basic one. I've got plenty of copies, but I wanted to tell you about the activity tracker, what it is, why it's helpful, and then I'm going to work on making it pretty. I couldn't. You know how it was frustrating me. I was trying to put the logo, and then it messed with the spacing. Then it put it on 2 pages. I want it on 1. And so I've been working on it. I finally said, heck with it, hit print. I'll figure it out later. The good stuff is here. It just doesn't look pretty. You know, I like the things to look pretty and perfect, and it's not. And so, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm telling myself, hold on. Let me have a moment. It's okay that it's not perfect. A little self moment here. And it's okay, because the good stuff is here and the majority of it's here. So what the idea behind an activity tracker, have you guys ever, in real estate, sometimes you get to the end of a day, you're exhausted, and you're like, I didn't even make any money today. I've done that before. I'm like, I did a bunch of stuff. I felt like I spun my wheels, but did I even go anywhere? Did I even have any traction? Did I even do anything? Because I didn't sign a contract. I didn't close a deal. I didn't, we celebrate those, and that's great. But sometimes we might feel like we're not doing as much, or maybe we aren't doing much. And there's days that, like, I've had those days too, where you get to the end of the day and go, wow, I really blew this day off. I didn't really do what I was supposed to do. Activity tracker. If you will track your activities to see, what am I doing? And are my activities moving the needle? Are my activities leading to contracts and closings? And this is a way that you can track that. So the idea, here's another thing. Sometimes agents don't know when to turn it off for the night. And so it may be 7 o'clock and you're sitting, at dinner, or because we eat dinner late sometimes, Jake, we don't eat at 4 o'clock because we're busy. But we're sitting there with our family, or supposed to be hanging out with our kids. And meanwhile, we're still answering texts, and we're still answering emails, and we're still booking showings, and we're still doing the things, and we're not truly present because we don't know when to turn it off, because we feel like we haven't done enough. We feel like, I can't. You shaking your head? Yes. Does anybody else relate to that? Like, I need to work 24/7. And if I don't, I won't have anything. Well, this is a way to say, you know what? Once I hit, and each activity has a point value. And maybe I should just pass these out. I only have 20 of them though. Oh. So let me just pass them around and share, and I'll make more. And can I get half of those, and I'll pass them to the other side? No, you're great. If you don't mind, thank you.
Yeah, please make more copies.
I didn't know how many wanted, and I probably should have put it up here, but couldn't get it up there.
Always print things, Brandy.
I know, always print things. All right, pass while I keep talking. This one's a little different. This one's hot off the press this morning. It's a 1-pager. I like 1-pagers. But if you look at this, you can see the activities, you can see a point value. And when you hit 30 points, you can know you're done. You're done. Go to bed. Turn it off. And if you want to hit 30 points before noon, do that. Do that. If you want to hit 30 points before 11 a.m., do that. If it might take you all day. And then that way, at the end of the day, you've done some activities that move the needle, that move the ball down the field closer to what we want, which is closings and clients.
You need the caricatures or whatever the hell they're called.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, but to take that a step further, who all was at James Shaw that day? Yeah, we had the largest turnout of any market center per capita, of course. This is a 30-point system. What James was talking about is his top agents. This is their job. This is what they have to do every day. The other stuff is optional, but this is the work part of what you do. most of our agents, if we're being honest with ourselves, we're busy, we're doing things, but like Brandy just said, sometimes it's 3 or 4 in the afternoon and you're like, man, I feel like I've been working for 6 hours. But if I really looked back at the old point system, I didn't get 30, I didn't get 20, I didn't get 5. Okay. But I was busy, right? So if we're not busy with these things, by the way, the most valuable things on here are writing an offer, signing a buyer agency agreement, listings taken. Okay. You can knock out, take a listing and 15 of your 30 points are done. Okay.
Yep.
So you could knock this whole thing out in 30 minutes on those kind of days. Right. And hey, by the way, if you hit 30 points and you did it in 30 minutes, how about you give yourself a little grace and take some time off, right? Go have some fun, go sledding with Jake. All right. There's a lot of things you can do.
Yes.
But I like, for those of us, and it may just be me and Brandy, but most of us need a little bit more accountability than what this industry offers or forces us to do. This could be your ticket to get your you-know-what together, okay? And stop and take 60 or 90 minutes a day. And okay, maybe you start working on this and then you have to take a little break because you had to go get the kids or whatever the excuse of the day is. Then all of a sudden you get right back to it. Because when I go back to the sheet, I'm only at 15 points and the goal is 30. Okay. I have to get this. We had agents telling their story. It was 7 at night. And they got done with dinner and they knew they came up short on this. So guess what they did? They started doing some follow-ups and some texting and things like that, 1 point at a time to get there. Okay. Comments, questions, concerns. Give us some feedback.
Love it.
Could anybody use this and it helped them? Okay. Some people just don't know where to start, but I think having a way to keep track and value the different things that we do, I think it's first of all, it's very simple, right? Not super complicated. Paul's going to have this on ChatGPT probably before the meeting's over, but nonetheless, it's basic. And blocking and tackling of real estate is kind of what this is. Okay. So I would be curious to see if anybody really wants to embark down this path and do this. Any thoughts? Anybody want to go down that path? I don't want to put anybody on the spot. They do. I like.
Shut it off. Like sometimes you don't shut it off and it's like all the time. So it's like if you get your 30, then you're done. It's just for the day.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Absolutely.
Hey, Randy?
Yep.
Was there an ROI on the 30-point system? Did they have anything that I forget, short memory span? But when James was talking about the 30 points, was there any kind of GCI that was created off the 30-point system? Did they have?
I don't remember that. Anybody else that was there? Do you remember that?
No,
Do you?
There was a gal that does this, that he
Yes.
coaches. She sold like 100 and some homes.
Yes, she did.
Pregnant 4 times.
In 1 year.
It's a good year.
Yeah.
And she could still get everything handled. So it's just a matter of like, how fast do I want to get to 30 points to create a business worth owning so that I can go play golf with them or whoever I'm playing golf with. So
Right.
it's like, that's the idea around or whatever you want to do. For how fast can we get to 30 points? 'Cause I'm not interested in being here till 5.
Right.
But I'd be cool with noon, bust out of here, maybe hit an appointment.
So she added CBT, that she did everything out of the ICU, next ICU,
Yep. It's true. Laura? Yeah. Well, okay. Good. All right. And I do know that Tahira made one online.
Yes.
I haven't,
Saw that.
I've looked at it. It's very similar, a little different. Use whatever you will use. Whatever you will
Yeah.
use.
Just like what's the best database? The one you'll actually engage with. That's the right one. Okay. That's how this thing works. But this kind of gamifies it. Sometimes everybody likes to play games for the most part, little games. This kind of gamifies the work part of our business that we all will avoid. By the way, guess what this does? By doing this consistently, you develop a habit. Tim, you got a little section on habits coming up, if I remember right.
Sure
You
do.
start to develop a habit where this is either sitting on your desk at home or here in the office, and you've got to get your 30 points. The habit is ingrained and you're going to get it done. It'll be hard at first and then a little bit easier. And honestly, then it just becomes natural. Just like you guys are, going to the gym now. The first couple days, it was really hard to get to the gym. Then it was a little easier, and now the habit is formed. This is the same thing. And oh, by the way, when we talk about building multiple six-figure businesses, which I'm staring at several people that already have them, they probably did a lot of these things without maybe the structure, but they're doing these things. These activities goes into, you knew the triangle was coming eventually, right? Guess what? We're touching base with the people that are in our world, okay? And driving the relationship from marginally profitable to extremely profitable, okay? We're monetizing the relationships in our world. And I can't remember which speaker of the last two we went to, but basically one of the things I heard, I was like, wait a minute, I think he's talking about our triangle. And it just caught me off guard. But you guys, whatever it takes to make you engage this business, go with that, okay? If this is it, fantastic. When we were sitting in that meeting the other day, I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to steal exactly what Brandy took a picture of. Then I realized maybe that's uncool, so we'll just develop our own, which we've kind of just developed our own. And by the way, put your own spin on it. You did a really cool one the other day. Whatever makes you happy, that makes this fun and gamifies it for you. Because I'll tell you what's fun. Fun's going from having a $30,000 or $40,000 business to a $60,000 or $70,000 business, and a 60 or 70 going to a $90,000 or $100,000 business, and 100 going to 150. And many of you guys have had those paths. If this helps you get there, let's go. Let's do this thing. Okay. Did somebody raise their hand? I'm sorry. Oh, Ryan. That's right.
5 points. Yep.
Speaking of which, the mastermind counts as a couple points. I saw that it's because it's talked about some kind of meeting or call or something like that.
Yes.
Our mastermind call on Thursday, we average probably between 18 and 25 people. Guys, we need more people on that. We need more ideas. We need more people hearing more things more often. So please figure out how to carve out that hour. You can sit in your jammies. If you have questions, Joanna, use it better than anybody because you'll bring a true problem that you're working on or a listing or something. And then we all kind of share the ideas, right? Do you get value out of it? Yes. Yeah. I mean, you come in though with your guns loaded. You come in with a great question or a great problem, and then we all try to work on it together. That's what masterminding is. Okay. It's getting a lot of different opinions. And I think even the people that are newer in the business, listen in on that call. Maybe you don't have a lot to add, and that's okay. But listen in on how other people are discussing some of these topics that we're all dealing with on a daily basis. But 20 people, given the size of our office and the number of people in our office doing business, which is really high on a percentage basis. Somebody heard the stat that like 70% of agents didn't cash a check last year or something like that. 70, is that right? Is it 70 something percent, right? Yeah. Well, we had, I know over 80 agents in our office got a check last year, over 120. So we were 60% of our people, 66% or something got a check. So we more than double the national average, which I'm proud of. So let's talk about a couple, are we done with that?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So be thinking about how to implement this into your world to force you to do things. If you want to do it and then slide it under Brandy's, office door and say, hey, here's what my week looked like. I think that would be pretty cool to show her you're doing it. Just an idea. Two things. Open houses. Let's talk about open houses real quick. Who's doing open houses in the winter right now? I saw a few people holding.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of traffic you guys getting? Did you? Okay, good. Decent. Okay. And it's been kind of less than ideal. Is that safe to say? Okay. So good for you. Block off 2 hours, do an open house, but also think about this. First of all, open house success is time on task over a crap ton of time. Okay. You might do 3 open houses and out of that, you end up with a buyer or a seller. Awesome. You're probably going to have to do a lot more than that to get 1 or 2 buyers or sellers. It's usually how it works. Sorry about that. Some of you guys that are really lucky, you do your first or second open house. All of a sudden you get some people, you go list their house, you find them a new one, and that's great.
Stacy.
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm telling you, you just have to know that it can really ebb and flow. Okay. Kind of like board duty. It has its moments and sometimes it's effective. But here's the thing. There is no bad open house. If you get there and it's dead as a doornail, could you start working on some activities? Could you get some things done for your business? You could make a case for the most profitable open house might be the one nobody walks through the door, as long as you don't sit there and watch Oprah on your phone, right? Is Oprah still a show?
The young kids watch something else.
Okay. Kelly Clarkson? Kelly Clarkson? Okay. So think about that. Are we doing enough activities to expect that we're moving the needle and making this stronger? 2 or 3 people, Caesar, I know was one of them, and I'm forgetting who else I was
Mr.
talking to, that finally are starting to think about the people in their world differently. They're like, you know what? I think there is something to this. And I'm like, I didn't make it up. Somebody smarter than me kind of told me this is a pretty good idea. Let's get going on this, guys. Absolutely get going. We had a great year last year. The fourth quarter of last year was, I'll use the word remarkable. It was, you guys in the market did not help you one bit. Now we are a little slow out of the gate in January, I will say, but we absolutely crushed it in the fourth quarter. So to have a better year last year than the year before in the market that we're in is really almost unheard of. So we've done a great job. But let's just go faster. I just want to go fast. Yeah. Darren and I don't have a lot of runway left, right? Let's go. Let's get this thing done.
That's right.
That's all I got.
Great. Well, all right, one last thing that I actually do have is the focus group. And again, I told you, I warned you, I'm going to keep talking about it because I love it and it's great. And we're seeing success. So if you maybe lead gen, you're a little sporadic. If you're like me, I've been in this business 8 years, and I don't think I've time blocks lead gen time. And then I started it, and then I went and did laundry, and then I went and let the dogs out, and then the dogs got in a little squabble out in the yard, and I had to go do that, and I had to come in, and then mud, and then, by the time I'm done, my lead gen time is done. I'm like, okay, well, or, something, it's so easy to find other things. Focus group keeps you focused. And the way we do it, it's on Zoom. You could be at home, you could be in the office, you can be wherever you want. Zoom with us. And we talk briefly at the beginning, we mute, you lead gen on the camera. So when you're calling people, and it's cool to look on your video, on your screen, on your computer, and you can see other people making calls and sending texts and doing the things. And we do it honestly for 40 minutes. It's an hour long, but about 45 minutes of actual calling and texting. And before you know it, it's over. It goes fast. And then you look up and you go, oh my goodness, I've made 6 phone calls. I talked to 2 people. I sent 4 texts, and I'm going to follow up and have coffee with one of them. Out of an hour. What's that? That's a win. I would have, and then we're starting to hear stories. We're like on week 4 of doing this. We're starting to hear stories of like, I got something that I wouldn't have had if it wasn't for the focus group. And sometimes, and even Christian said this yesterday, he shared on the group. And by the way, Christian has 100% attendance, and so does Allie Maloney on focus group. And so I look forward for big things coming out of these guys. But even Christian said yesterday, sometimes just doing the activities, he found a referral, and it wasn't from the actual focus group call time. Now check this out. Does anybody ever do that? Like when you get into business and you become intentional to focus on something, this one came out of left field. The referral came out of left field. It wasn't from actual connection, but what did you say? Something like just doing the stuff made it show up in your world. And I believe that too. And it's kind of like Caesar used to always say, there were times in my business when I wasn't so disciplined with my lead gen, and I would go, have y'all said, okay, I got to buckle down. Sandy, you did this last year when noticed you were a little behind. I got to buckle down. I got to put my head down. I got to find some business. And then you do. It's amazing how it works. So if you could use a little, what's that? Well, it shows you what you can do when you focus. And then sometimes you look up and you go, why didn't I do this all along? Why didn't I do this sooner? So it's kind of, I'm loving it. I'm there. Caesar's there. Ryan's been on there. We've got a lot of people on there. Join us. Our next one's Thursday at 11:30 a.m. All right, Lonnie, what do you think?
Let's go sell some houses.
Let's go sell some houses. All right.
Have a great week, everybody.
Yes. Eat some more biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, please eat all the food. What do you guys got going? Anything good? Good.
So hopefully next week's the week.
Is that the one I messaged you on? I believe we were trying to project our year in, and we had all these dates. We weren't sure if they were hitting or landing or not.
About that first bill, thank you.
Oh, okay. We can hold it.
So now it's day state, no matter. Hey, doesn't you see that thing? The fire. This day, fire. Anyways, everything. Back and talk to her. How's that? Your original date. Well, let's from that, right? Yes. It was supposed to close the beginning of May, and then off. January. And then we got ghosted. Yeah.
And so now they're, for the fifth of this week, but then our guy said now, going to 12 next week. Okay. No.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right, right.
Well, and the bad thing with that, and you know, I say this kind of snipping, okay, I know now you're getting my vision. Which is. Thank you, Caesar. You're all welcome. Well, do that, 800 flag.